It is Sunday, and that means Pat Sullivan from Sullivan Hardware and Garden is joining us this morning with the arrival of spring. Today, he's talking about grass seed and the proper way to plant it.
Well, here we are. It's April. Man, March really didn't do us much favors, did it? Soil temperature still this weekend still just hovering in the high 30s to 40. So not exactly ready for grass seed, but I thought we'd talk about it anyways because with the upcoming temperatures this week, it should come up fairly quickly. And you know what? It's time. It's April. So properly planting grass seed is something, because sometimes it's almost like an event people want to do. So this is kind of what they do. It's called overseeding. So this is Jonathan Green's dense shade grass seed, and overseeding just kind of goes like this. Kind of wave at the neighbors. How you doing? Overseeding? Yeah. You too? Okay. Well, the thing about overseeding is less than 1% actually germinates, but it's good to know your neighbors, right? So if you actually want grass seed to actually come up, it has to come in contact with the soil. So giving it a good rake, even if you put it just down on hard dirt like that, it's not, you've got to kind of, and it doesn't have to be 2 and 3 inches, top 3/4 of an inch, you know, an inch, and just because that seed has to come into contact. So once we break it up, we select our seed. If you're doing a small job, you can just, you know, throw it on, but the little handy spreaders, I like kind of throwing it on myself because, again, it's kind of fun. So we're going to throw our seed on. Now, this is a dense shade seed because we're underneath a tree. Right now, though, there's no leaves, so this is going to come up. Now, the problem with dense shade seed is that it still needs sunlight to grow. That's the downside. So some of this will end up dying in the summer because as the tree actually, the canopy of the tree fully leaves out, it shades the area, and then you're back to square one. But some of it may survive. All right, so I've planted my grass seed. Now I get a little fertilizer. Make sure you get a starter fertilizer that has that middle number in it, the phosphorus. And again, small spots, you can certainly just do this by hand. All right, throw that on there. Now, you don't really need anything early in the spring, but as you go on, you top dress it. I use peat moss, all right, because the seed actually, if it dries out, the germination, so that's why we always water lightly instead of deep like we do on an established lawn. So yes, you can use straw. Love farmers, but I really hate that straw because I think it's a mess. So once you get that down, believe it or not, take a shovel, a roller, or just walk on it. And we're gonna press the seed bed together. See how we do that? And because what that does, that gets the soil, the seed, the fertilizer, the mulch, all right there. The peat moss will hold the moisture in. It should germinate in 5 to 7 days if the soil temperature is in the 50s, which it's not. So it's gonna hang out here, but when it warms up, you'll be ready for grass underneath that tree.